Hey Jim, I'm back. I want to get these knives knocked out tonight. Because I got more coming in the morning. And then we got a football game tomorrow night to go to, so I want to be done by early afternoon. Oh, didn't turn on my dust collector. Cooled off a little bit, started raining. Well, I appreciate everybody watching out there. I hope you hit that thumbs up button, and if you'll also consider subscribing to the channel. It does help our little business down here in Texas grow. We're Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears, clipper blades, sewing and industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. Had a couple of people drop off a bunch of different knives this afternoon, and I thought I'd get them done tonight. or at least some of them done tonight. I may not finish them all. It's 6 o'clock here in Texas. I usually shut down by this time, but I'm afraid tomorrow is going to be a very busy day, and so I didn't want to be behind. How about a Mr. Buddy? Mr. Bubba blade, that's what it is. A Bubba blade. I should have did this one last. I think these are 18 degrees. We're going to find out real quick. Yep, 18 degrees. Now these blades are so thin, I got to be real careful not to heat it up. All right, that's enough of that. Depends on the knife. I basically charge $1 an inch. So I think this is a 10-inch knife, and the maximum I charge is $8. So I would charge $8 for this particular knife. So 130 people watching out there. Tell me where you're watching from. Thank you, Elliot. Well, thanks for watching from Russia. Got to be early in the morning there. Well, thanks, Elliot. Eduardo from Spain, Michael from California, thank you for watching. Walt from San Diego. I do not do swords. All right, we got a good reshape that blade. Well, I've got all kinds of fans running. It's still pretty warm here in the shop this evening. Well, if you're just joining us out there, it's Friday night in Texas and I'm sharpening a few knives for a client. We are Sharpen Right Services. We're located in League City, Texas. We sharpen salon, barber, and pet grooming shears, clipper blades, sewing and industrial scissors, and just about any kind of knife. I'm just doing a few knives. Daniel, if you go to my YouTube channel, I have a couple of shop tour videos. That's the dog. While I'm sharpening knives, oh, that's the wrong one. Hang on. I got things a little out of sync tonight. So at this point, I've sharpened this knife. This is a buck knife, buck 426X hunting knife. And I've taken it down to 600 grit, and now I'm going to polish that edge. I don't usually polish kitchen knives, but hunting knives, I'll polish them. Strop, it's called a strop. Old-fashioned leather strop, except this one moves. And it'll create a nice polished edge. Daniel, there's a ton of different ways to sharpen knives. I'm a commercial sharpening business, and so it has to be fast and efficient with me. If somebody calls me and says they want their knife sharpened with a whetstone, they need to find another sharpener, because that's not how I sharpen knives. If you want whetstone sharpening, either learn how to do it yourself or find somebody who does it, and there's not many people who do it because it's tedious work and you can't make any money at it, because if you charge for your time, nobody would pay it. I like to use belts. Some people like to use wheels and stones and all kinds of different things. There's all kinds of sharpeners out there now. Karen, it's different grits. They're sandpaper, so you go from a more aggressive belt down to what I just used, which is a leather strop that basically polishes the edge. So you can see that, I don't know if y'all can see that, how polished that blade is. And it's very sharp. This is 3/8 inch nylon rope, and it cut it with no problem. So this guy's a hunter, and so this is one of his hunting knives. He wants it sharp, and it's nice and sharp. Which method works the best? Once again, that's do you want speed? Do you want accuracy? Do you want ease of use? You know, I mean, ancient man used a stone. That was very efficient for, what, 100,000 years? So here's an old Henry knife. That thing's pretty doggone sharp. $5, $5. That's what I charge for this knife right here. $5 to sharpen it. You got to be real careful on this 120 grit because you will heat up the blade. That's what I'm trying not to do. But this is what creates a nice primary edge before I go down in grit. If I can't touch it, if I touch it and it's too hot to the touch, I've got it too hot. And that's going to be fine right there. Now, let me get this side. I'm really surprised how soft this knife is. Got a little bit of a burr left on it right down there at the base. Lyle, this is a platen, and so I calculate the angle with an angle guide on the clamp. The clamp is the center line, so the center line takes it all the way down to the platen, and you get the exact edge angle on the knife every time. I don't know if you can see this bar up here, but I'm laying that clamp on that bar against this plate, and I raise and lower this back here, this bar back here, for the angle. Robo, the same way. I mean, I would just do one side. You just got to know the angle. So this is an old Henry Schrade. I don't know if you can see that or not. It says Amoco. We used to have an Amoco refinery real close to us. It's been gone for 30 years. So that tells you how old this knife is. I like that knife. That's a really nice knife. Now this is a really nice knife, an old Puma. That is a beautiful knife. It's pretty sharp. I believe a Puma is supposed to be 19 degrees per side. So we've set the angle. Let's see. Really ticking me off the tracking here. some kind of light staring me now. It's blinding me here. Hey Eric, you came back? I had to take a little break and eat a little dinner. It's a Puma. They're very nice knives. They used to be the Rolls Royce of pocket knives. They were very expensive. You know, you could get probably in the 70s, you could get a buck knife for around 25 bucks. Whereas the Puma was like $125. So not many guys would spend that kind of money on a Puma. Super quality steel. Good German steel. High carbon, but still stainless. Look at it. Get a good light on it. Look how pretty that is. A beautiful knife. It was sharp to begin with, though. I touched it up a little bit, but it was still. He probably should just let it go, but I got a little sharper for him. Oh, a little bit more stropping. Little freehand stropping action here. I don't have any hair on my arm. Now, Eric, here's a buck. Oh, buck 110. Case and everything. don't think that one's even been used since last year when I sharpened it. They're great knives. $18. Just spot on. Burr came up right up. I like it. I like the control of it. I like the different grits of belts I can get for it. You know, I can go to a 5,000 grit if I want to. And it's, you know, it's super fast for a business. I mean, you got to be able to make money. It's an $850 machine, so it's got to be able to pay for itself. I think we got this one nice and sharp. It wasn't dull to begin with. I don't even think he used this. I sharpened all these knives last year before deer season. All right, we're going to go back to another. Take care, Eric. We're going to go back to another knife, little fixed blade. He left this one messed up. Now this one is carbon steel, so it's going to spark. Well, it didn't either. Oh, this is a phony knife. This is one of those fake ones. Oh, there it goes. Now it's sparking. You're exactly right, Captain. I didn't want to say that. You're bingo. I shouldn't even be breathing this stuff. I got the fans blowing and the dust collecting system on, so most of the dust is going that way. I hate to think what this blade is made out of. I don't even want to know. Man, there's a ton of them. You know, they put lead in them. It's super soft. Not my knife, so. Hey Raymond, thanks for watching, buddy. Good hearing from you. Dragonborn. There's a lot of different systems out there. You just talk about for knives. If you want to go real portable, real mobile, look at the Work Sharp Kin Onion with grinding attachment. If you just want to do knives, that's a perfect little machine to carry anywhere. Dalton Gentry, yes, this is my full-time business. Dalton, I'm in Texas. I'm in League City, Texas. League City's halfway between Houston and Galveston on the Texas Gulf Coast. Super soft steel. You can go to my website and contact me through my website, and yes, you can. But contact me through my website. You can text me through it. My telephone number's on there, my email. If you want to send an email, you can do that. Sharpenright.com. Yep. You're exactly right, Captain. Thanks, Dalton, for watching. Take care. All right, we got one more knife to sharpen of this batch. I'm not going to go into the second batch tonight. I'll get up in the morning and do it. It's almost 7 o'clock here in Texas. I'm about had it. Oh, hey from Cyprus. Hey, did y'all get any rain the last few minutes? We just did. Hey, from Cyprus, do you ever go to Stone Cold Meats? Well, check out Stone Cold Meats there in Cyprus. A buddy of mine owns it. They're a meat market. It's in Cyprus. I don't know exactly where it's at. It's called Stone Cold Meats. It's a V edge. It's a flat platen, Captain. Correct. High-end meats. I like the platen systems better. Some guys don't. Some guys like to do slack belt, and I can do slack belt on this one. You can see it's the platen stops right there, so there's my spread on my platen from here to here. So if I wanted to, I've got multiple clamps, and I can adjust these clamps. If I wanted to do slack and do a concave bevel edge on it, I could move forward on that if I needed to. Hey, Viking Oil, what's going on? What are you doing up so late? Correct. That is the bad thing about the kin onion. I do have a kin onion, and the only time I ever really use it is pocket knives for the most part. I say that I'll do some knives on it if I need to, you know. Well, Viking Oil, sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's a nice little machine. I keep mine in my truck. I'll go someplace and not have, the sharpening equipment with me. Hey, Can you sharpen my knife? You got your stuff? And at least I have my little work sharp to break out. I really like this little knife, man. This is slick. I think I'd put this into my boot. Hey Dale, and you caught me at the end. This is the last knife I'm doing, even though I got a bunch more. I'm tired, man. It's almost 8 there in Florida, and it's almost 7 here in Texas. I'm done. That's the last one I'm going to do tonight. Well, I appreciate everybody watching out there. I'm trying to get to that 16,000 subscribers. We do get a little bit of income from our YouTube channel, and it helps us buy abrasives and things like that. Turn the fans off. We're closing down shop here. You know, but yeah, our YouTube channel does bring us a little income, so we appreciate it. Yeah, I got a bunch of knives still to do tonight, but I'm not going to do them tonight. I'll get up early in the morning to do it. Guys, I hope y'all have a great evening. Cheers to you sharpeners out there. I always appreciate y'all chiming in on my videos. Gives me some confidence. I've got some friends out there watching. Hope y'all have a great evening. I will see y'all soon. Take care.